Hi Taurus, welcome to Higher Source Tarot for your Is It in the Cards love reading for June 2020. This is for all Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. And I just want to thank all of you who have subscribed, liked, commented, and shared my readings. I really appreciate that. I love doing them. And especially since this is a love reading, if this does not resonate and this is your sun sign, you might want to check your Venus or your moon if this is not doesn't sound like your narrative. But anyway, I do want to thank you all. If you're new, I'd love to have you as a subscriber. My channel's really been growing because of you guys, and I just so appreciate that. I appreciate all your feedback and support, and in this time in our lives, we gotta love each other. That's all we really need to do. Life is not complicated. Just love the hell out of each other and you'll be just fine. So anyway, I love you and I'm glad we're here together. And yeah, if you'd like to subscribe, like I said, I'd love to have you. I do readings every week. So this is a special thing I do. I'm starting on the first Friday of the month, but I do weekly readings. I don't do private readings right now because I'm actually still working my regular career. So anyway, this is just something I'm drawn to do and I can't stop doing it. It raises my vibration. And so I start adding more and more readings because I love it. And, yeah, but anyway, so let's go. Let's see what's going on here with Taurus for love. June 2020. Direction and guidance, please, for Taurus for love. All right, let's see what the direction and guidance is here. Ooh, who's in the mood for love? All right, so we are going to do 3 cards for you, 3 cards for them, and then the guidance. So you've got the Tower, Justice, and the Page of Cups. They have the 10 of Swords, Death, and the 4 of Wands. Very interesting. Well, I do feel like this definitely could be a narrative about a breakup with somebody because you have it in the similar order. And it doesn't mean because these cards are scary that you just click off the reading and go, you know, to hell with that. There's death in the tower. I can't continue. There's such these are sacred to me, right? It's divinatory, and there's a reason why they're drawn this way, and we'll talk about that as we go along. Your guidance here is the Queen of Pentacles, Strength, and the 7 of Pentacles. You know, it's such a softer energy, isn't it? The direction on this. Boy, are there some hurt feelings here for somebody. The 2 narratives that I'm getting are definitely about reconciliation, but there's another one about you guys have baggage. Both of you do. You've been hurt big time. And it's just like this Tower moment, and they've got that 10 of Swords in the same position. And then you've got Justice here. And talk about, too, you've got the major arcana in this. You've got 6 major arcana. So, you know, let's start with the Tower. This is all about the universe evacuating things that are not, that are draining your life force, okay? When something's a quick and sudden, devastating change, it's not... The best way that I can say this is there was some imbalance of power that was like changing your life map. It was truly leeching and draining your life force. It had to end. I'm just getting that very clearly. There was some energy drain on you that could not continue. And so I apologize. I kind of stumbled over my words, but it was just a very powerful energy coming in. And for somebody here, they were taking care of people, and it was creating martyrdom, but it was also creating a real sense of codependency, and it couldn't continue. We don't come to this earth to be codependent, really. We develop that over, you know, years of trauma and abuse, usually is where that comes from. So I do feel like it was a very abrupt ending. You may have even had people saying that you went off the rails, like what the hell, where it was very sudden, like you were living together and just moved your stuff out without any notice. It's that kind of ending. I don't feel like it was a third party. I'm not getting that. But I do feel like it was just very abrupt. Now, for those of you that are pulling in new love, I still get that for you, that there was an ending, a very bad ending to something in the past. But what it did for you was establish ultimate truth here, okay? This is absolute truth in the Justice card. So yes, it represents legal matters. So for some of you, you may have even had, I'm getting for somebody, they had a personal protection order. And I don't know if it was, I don't feel like it was physical violence, but I feel like they were doing stuff like leaving threatening messages and notes and showing up at somebody's work. And they were just batshit crazy. I mean, they were seriously out of their mind. And it was pain. It was suffering. It was pain. It was, the price of contrast that we pay. Are we willing to pay the price of contrast to expand? And the answer to that is yes, you are, Taurus. You have paid the price and now it's time to expand. So again, for some of you, there might have been a divorce, but it does feel a bit legal. This is Libra energy with the Justice card. I don't typically read that either as legal, so just so you're aware, it doesn't come through that way most of the time. It generally is about knowing the truth, seeing the truth in yourself, seeing the truth in others, but also too, having things even out. Like, the universe stores things, our body stores things. When we lie, when we deliberately say something that we know is not true and we know it will have consequences for somebody, that has an impact on our entire life map. Our biology knows that we did that. And I see it all the time with people who develop really terrible conditions, and it's like they're wondering, how do I get rid of this? It's like you developed it by your actions. So I do feel like for you, you had to get away from this. You had to get away from whatever that was. So you've got a new offer coming in here, and it feels like a new offer from a new person, but it's possible this other person may try to come back. But the more I read these cards, the more I'm feeling it as somebody new. And it's a manifestation card. So for those of you that have for a while been saying, when am I going to find true love? When is love really going to be here? It's here. It's coming. So I'm going to say, is it in the cards? I'm going to give you a yes for that, but we need to talk about this other person. So like I said, whoever this was really felt like they were stabbed in the back. I mean, this person, this ending for them was devastating. It was a loss. It was a huge loss. I think it was a huge loss for their ego. So some of them might have been married and divorced twice. I'm getting that. And they were very embarrassed about that second divorce. Look, it happens. If you ever watch Greg Braden, or he has some really good relationship stuff. He's really, I think, like an archaeologist who is a mystic and knows, he studies the cosmos. He talks about he has a great video on the relationship patterns of the Essenes. And he talks about being divorced several times before he figured out what his patterns are. And I feel like it relates to this person that they are a slow learner and a quick forgetter. They just have a hard time changing these patterns. But the thing is, in life, until we do that, we will repeat that painful pattern until it becomes increasingly painful, and we are willing to get the pattern and reestablish and let go of it. So they have had a huge dose of pain here. There's no doubt about that. But here's what I really like. After that, they've got death. And this is somebody that listens. This is somebody that gets it. When they can see, okay, I am on my knees. I truly think I'm in the dark night of the soul. God, show me why you gave me this life. Why am I here? And they are willing to literally let go of every shred of their self-concept. And I'm like seeing somebody right now on their knees just screaming. And it's not psychological pain. It's a spiritual pain. It's a spiritual breakdown, a crisis that this person went through. And oftentimes, and I've mentioned this before, I'm a fully licensed clinician, but this is not for psychological help, okay? Tarot is for spiritual direction and certainly entertainment. It's, I give you these readings, but you can always influence with your own free will. So anyway, this person though, oftentimes what I see are spiritual crisis, and that's what happened with this person. I mean, it took them down deep. It really did. It took away every shred of their self-concept, every shred of who they thought they were, and they had that dark night experience where they're standing there not knowing who the hell they are anymore. And I'm sorry I'm getting so pointed with this, but it's powerful energy. This was life-changing. This was transformational for this person. So again, I've got two things here. For some of you, you got a new person coming in, and 1111. I'm going to tell you, if you're seeing 1111 all over the place, it's the universe opening up to you and telling you that you can have it. If you can see it in your mind, you can have it in your reality. This is a great law of attraction card. It's a manifestation card, and it's a very celebratory energy. This person is manifesting you. I do think, though, still there's a shred of somebody wanting to come back around. There's potential with that, with the Page of Cups, and you have this in the same positions for each one of you, because this is also about an ex. I mean, but it's kind of a small offer. So I do think, yes, it is in the cards, and here's your guidance for it. And you know what I love about this? Let's look at the position of this. Okay, these two especially, look at how their bodies are, they're humble. Their bodies are they're both looking down. They're both kind of just a little bit daydreamy, but there's power here, there's strength here. And this is all about infinite abundance. It is about hidden desires in the case of strength. There's somebody here that has hidden feelings, hidden desires, hidden passions, and it's certainly about knowing, like I said, your worthiness, knowing that you are worth it to have a beautiful, unconditional love. There's unconditional love here. And so with the Queen of Pentacles, she's very humble. She's a very beautiful queen, but she's humble. And around her is new growth. There's new opportunity coming here. I do feel like in a relationship for you, there's going to be financial stability. I do feel like, too, for some of you, you may be attracting... certainly, I didn't really talk about the signs here, did I? You've got Libra, Scorpio, Leo here, but I also think some of you might be attracting another earth sign. So Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, very possible for you. But this is, again, this is somebody who's financially savvy. There's a financial connection here between the two of you. I think that in a partnership, in a relationship, there's going to be great balance there in that realm. So you have here the Seven of Pentacles, and also to the Strength card. So with the Strength card, like I said, this can be about kind of holding back and repressing feelings. I definitely feel that, but I also think that this is a great indicator. I think that there's been a lot of work here done on inner work done on self, and it's going to show up in the relationship. It's like taming the beast within us, right? Taming that part of our ego. It really symbolizes that, and letting go, really just letting go of that ego, but with gentle force. Both of these cards are rather gentle. The Seven of Pentacles, it's all about working on yourself. You've done the work, you've put in the work, and now it's time to go to that next level, really. It's time to manifest that beautiful relationship. I meant to do this earlier because I like these archetype cards, but I got too caught up in the power of the reading. But I'm going to pull these for you. So we begin here with the Companion, and this represents you. The light attributes are loyalty, tenacity, and unselfishness, and the shadow attributes can be betrayal by misusing confidences, the loss of a personal identity. So just being careful, I think, of still keeping some autonomy in a relationship, right? Because we're beyond earthly beings here. We're more than that. And then for the other person, their archetype is the poet. That's interesting. I hope somebody here is romancing a poet. I would really love that. The light attribute is to express soul insights in symbolic language. So this person, too, may be very prone to synchronicities, like hearing certain songs or, seeing dates or numbers or just things like that where things seem to line up and it's not just a coincidence. This shadow attribute can be, turns a lyric gift into negative or destructive effect. So just being careful not to, not to use words or other things to hurt other people. So we're going to close things out here with the Whisper of Love Oracle card. This is to attract more love into your life. back to what you love, reevaluate your desires. So for those of you that have been a bit stagnant in love, you know, it's time just to take a deeper dive. Look at what you really want, look at your life map, and go for it. Because if you can see it in your mind, you can have it in your reality. I love you so much, Taurus, and I'll be back again in about a week.